name is Ruckus, and I'm 10-8. Hope everybody's having a good start to their week. I certainly am. Let's get this show on the road. Hey guys, again, right up front, little housekeeping. I haven't shaved. I'm still jacked up, so that stuff's going by the wayside for now, and I really don't care. The pain comes and goes. I never know what it's going to be like, so when I can, I will, but right now I can't, so I won't. I just wanted to come on and discuss a few things, and I've noticed and I appreciate some of the comments people have made about the little statement that I put in my community section. It's just that, I hear the word critical thinking tossed around a lot when it indeed is not being used. Critical is in the word critical thinking, but just being critical, that's not critical thinking. But I just want to touch base with a few things about this case, okay? He's guilty. He's guilty. And you guys are going to see that here pretty quick. You haven't seen any of the evidence yet. None of it. You've seen evidence just enough to get him arrested on a warrant, okay? When they put out the PCA and they put out everything they have up until this point, you're going to be amazed at what they have. And there's things that you need to consider as well. They've got direct evidence, his DNA found on the murder weapon sheath, okay? They have an eyewitness that saw him. Nobody knows, it hasn't been confirmed or not yet, if she's looked at him and said, yes, that's him, that's the guy. So none of that has been confirmed, but I'm here to tell you it's all going to come into play. Whether or not she has to testify, I don't know. But people just need to get off her back. She's a victim in this. She's not involved with this case at all. And everybody that is spreading that information is very irresponsible. Very irresponsible. And it really lets me know what your intelligence level is. You're just saying things to be sensational. You don't care about the truth. You wouldn't know what the truth was if it was pissing on your leg. And to be quite honest and to be blunt, you're a bunch of dumb fucks in my eyes. So just wanted to get that out of the way and get back to what reasonable and rational people would think and would want to know. Okay, and I'm not the smartest person in the world. But I do know a lot about law enforcement and about the court system and the judicial system and what's involved in the Constitution of the United States and its amendments and state and local laws and how they have to be adhered to and what rules can be bent. There's a reason that the word lawyer sounds like the word liar. Okay, they can, depending whether you're direct or cross-examining, depends on whether or not you can lead a question, lead the witness, or whether or not you can. So basically, whether or not you can lie depends whether you're direct or cross-examining a witness. So you have to consider this. Just getting on to him, okay, was amazing. They have a thing, and they weren't just looking at him. Anybody that thinks that this all revolves around, they just followed this one guy. No, they were probably looking at a whole bunch of people. He just kept coming up and checking boxes, and the more boxes that got checked, the more they narrow it down and get to him. They're making all of this look very easy, and I'm here to tell you, it is not easy. It's not easy at all. So, and they've spent a lot of money on a lot of technology up until this point to get this person in the position that he is now. Now, they just have to prove his guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Not 100%, reasonable doubt. And they're not going to have a problem with that. You have to remember that each one of these victims, each one of their bodies is a crime scene, and it's been gone over with a fine-tooth comb. And if he transferred any of his DNA, if there's any of his DNA on any one of those victims, that's it. Game over. He's done. They are tearing apart his car right now. They are searching for, I don't care how good he cleaned it, they're searching for evidence on the molecular level. That's what it's to now, folks. Molecular level, they can gain evidence used to prosecute somebody, and it's a collaboration of all the evidence. But it doesn't matter how good he cleaned it. If there's something in there, they're going to find it. They're going to find it. And like I said, even if it's on the molecular level, they're going to find it. I've been hearing people saying that, the cell tower and the cell information is not accurate. Oh, bullshit. You know what that does? You know what that cell information that they have now, you know what that does to me? Shows intent. The fact that that fucker was on his way there, shut his phone off before he got there, committed these murders, and then turned his phone on after he left there, that shows intent, folks. That's intent. He knew exactly what the fuck he was going to do. That's why he shut his phone off. This guy is a total asshole. Period. And they're going to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. And anybody at the end of this whole thing, anybody that still says, well, they didn't prove it, he didn't do it, you've got issues, you've got problems, because this guy, they're going to unleash a plethora of evidence on this guy there's no way in hell that he's going to be able to explain away how his DNA got on the victim. He can't even explain away right now how his DNA got on the sheath of the murder weapon that was found at the crime scene. Try and explain that away so that I can look you dead in the eyes and tell you that you're an idiot, okay? Because you can't explain that away. DNA doesn't crawl off of people. He brought that with him to the crime scene and left it there. So you have to be reasonable, okay? Stop acting like a moron. Be reasonable and responsible with what you say and how you act and what you release. People are releasing information that hasn't been verified. I put on my community channel, there's a audio they're saying that was leaked of Ring doorbell or the security camera. That is not verified. I put that on, and I meant to put a little note on that saying this is what's been going around the internet. Can you believe this? Because it's crazy. We don't know if that's a fact or not, or if it's true or not, or make out what they're even saying. I've heard like 7 or 8 different things. We don't even know what that piece of information is, or whether or not it's viable evidence, if it is even evidence in this case. People have been manufacturing evidence and doing all kinds of things. And usually I'm more calm and collective than I am right now. But it just upsets me to see this stuff over and over and over with these people that have YouTube channels and Reddit accounts and Facebook pages, and they have the word true crime in them. The word true needs to stay true. Just call your channel crime. You're covering crime, but you're covering fictitious crimes. Don't put true crimes, because what you're saying is not true. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You are interfering with an investigation, whether you know it or not. There's a lot of people out there that may believe you on how you present it or not, just like an attorney. Okay, so you watch, okay? And now I'm just going to bring it down. Bring it down a notch. Evidence is going to start coming out of the woodwork on this guy. There's a reason they arrested him, and they're not looking at anybody else. All this claim of a secondary perpetrator, getaway driver, any of that, that's out the window. That didn't happen. This guy did it. He did it himself. And they've got more evidence than they'll ever need to convict him. Now, they're going to use the death penalty. They're going to charge him with capital murder. But they're going to use that for leverage. Trust me, that's going to be for leverage. They don't want to go through a long, drawn-out, gory, detailed, expensive trial. They don't want to do that. They want this guy to plead out and just take life in prison with no chance of parole and be done with all this. And justice is served for the victims and the families quicker at that point. If this asshole doesn't take a plea and they charge him with capital murder and he gets the death sentence, you know what's going to happen? This case is going to be in the appellate system for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. Who knows? The laws are fluid. They're changing all the time on appeals and how many appeals you can have and what you can appeal. Can you appeal every piece of evidence individually? Well, that drags it out even longer. This guy might not get executed till 2045, 2050. I'll be long gone. I'll be dead and buried by then. And how is that justice? So the prosecutor is going to use the death sentence as leverage and negotiation only, because they know they have the evidence to win this case. They know they have it. They just don't want to drag it out. And this is a disgusting act by a disgusting person who doesn't deserve the notoriety that he seeks. Okay? So I would just like to say to all these naysayers and people who call them true crime enthusiasts and true crime channels and all that, please change your name to fictitious crime. Okay? None of us should be saying too much. I've said way too much today about things that I know that I haven't verified. But I'm making a very educated statement, not because I'm smart, like I said, but because of my experience. I know what's going to happen, and this stuff is going to happen. Mark my words, you're going to see a lot of these things that I just said are indeed going to happen. When that coroner's report comes out, that's going to divulge a lot, but that's not going to divulge all of the evidence that's taken from those bodies. That still has to go through forensic testing. That's not the coroner that does that forensic testing. That's labs. So just the evidence from the coroner's report is going to be damning to him. All the evidence collected off of these bodies and from the crime scene is all going to be really just icing on the cake. This DNA, this touch DNA, already is icing on the cake. But we have an eyewitness. And I don't care. You can say she was drunk. You can say she was on drugs. You can say she was tired. You can say whatever you want. She saw him, was petrified of him, and guess what? It turns out that he murdered 4 people in the house. So she had every reason in the world to be petrified and to be shocked by this person. He's a sick individual. He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath. So all that evidence is going to compile against him. I've heard people trying to say that, oh, you mean they found just one footprint? How can that be? Oh, that's a party house. Oh, it's a Vans. A lot of kids wear Vans. You know, I've heard so much bullshit, and they giggle and laugh about this on their YouTube channels, and they're a bunch of dumb fucks. They are. Oh, isn't it convenient that they found a footprint right in front of her door to corroborate what she says? How do they know, you know, oh, did they clean the whole floor and there was only one footprint? No, you dumb fuck. That footprint's on top of all the thousands and thousands of other footprints that are there, but you can tell which ones are on top. Does that make any sense to you? Walk through the sand in one pair of sandals, then walk through the sand in another pair of sandals, and you'll be able to tell who went first and second. We just can't see it. That's why it's called latent footprint. But they were able to see it. And everybody's saying, oh, they didn't find it till the second day. No, they didn't say the second day, did they? They said the second processing of the scene. Okay, could have been the same day. As a matter of fact, it was all the same day, because once they started processing that scene, they did not stop processing that scene until they were satisfied that they had done a thorough enough job and a complete enough job, and then they did it for another 2 or 3 hours, I'm here to tell you, and then they stopped. And they were cleaning up that crime scene because there's a person that owns that building that has to pay a mortgage, and I know this sounds stupid, But you have to eventually turn it back over to the person that owns that property. You can't just keep it locked up away from him forever. If you've already processed the scene, you got everything that you want and need out of that scene, you're responsible for cleaning it up. Now, did you cause that mess with what happened during the crime? No, but you used other chemicals and materials, so they're obligated to clean those up. So they pay somebody to clean the whole crime scene. So what happens? The defense wants to reenact the crime scene. That's why they stopped cleaning it, folks. That, not no smoke and mirrors, not because they want to trick everybody and plant some more evidence. Give me a break, please. Give me a break, will you? So once they get all of this information compiled, and we haven't even heard all of the cell phone evidence yet. We haven't even heard all of that. This asshole, even though his car wasn't due to be registered until November 30th, he was smart enough, thinking like a fucking criminal, okay? Criminal intent to know that these cameras could pick up his front plate if he had a front plate. Well, because it was registered in Pennsylvania, he only needed a rear plate. So all of these, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but toll cameras, red light cameras, all of those kind of government cameras take a picture of the front of the plate, the front of the car. If you ever see pictures of people that go through the toll and they get sent a little picture of themselves going through the toll without paying it, they're always like this. And everybody's always saying, oh, that's a good picture of you. It's not a picture of the back of their head. It's a picture right through their windshield because it's taking a picture of the front of the car. So, and from my knowledge, that's, if not all, that's most. Okay, that's most. The states where they only have the rear of the car, well, I guess they have to take a picture of the rear. But states where they have both, they take a picture of the front of the car. And this asshole has a master's degree in criminal justice, so he's aware of all this. So he waits until 5 days after the murder to re-register his car, which he could have done in Pennsylvania. He knew he was heading to Pennsylvania soon. No problem. He could have done it before that, just register in Pennsylvania through the mail since he was going back there. But no. No, he had criminal intent. He did all of this for a reason. Everything this asshole did after this crime was committed, he did for a reason. He's still acting criminally. To this day, he's acting like a criminal. And everything that he does is for a reason. Okay? So just get it out of your head that this guy is innocent and he's being framed and all that. The shit they're about to drop on this guy is going to amaze you. And I know a lot of you, because all you want to do is forward your agenda, and you do not want to say the words, you know what, I was wrong. Even though I know you're thinking it. You're thinking, oh, fuck. How do I get out of this one? Jesus, I ran my mouth, and that's not even close. And shame on you for blaming this poor victim, this poor girl. Shame on all of you. You're sick fucks for doing that. Leave her alone. She's a victim. Okay? And for those of you that do subscribe to my channel, I don't have many. I know I'm not a big channel. Don't have a lot of followers. I enjoy doing this. I like doing it. I do not like getting upset like this. I don't. And who am I? Who gives a shit if I'm upset? Nobody. Who cares if I call them a dumb fuck? Nobody. But somebody needs to stand up. And there's other ex-law enforcement individuals that have YouTube channels and stuff like that. And I have nothing but respect for these guys. They show great restraint. They're very professional, okay? And I really respect that. But this, for some reason, this one here just pisses me off. A series of events that have taken place since this started, people that are saying, well, it's something doesn't smell right. It's not him. This guy isn't guilty. With no evidence. They have no evidence. They're going on a hunch. They're just being sensationalists. They just want to hear themselves talk. And you know what's scary? Is there's people in their chat rooms that are agreeing with them just because they are saying it. with no evidence, none whatsoever. Some people claiming they know what's going on in this guy's mind and that they're spot on with deciphering what he's thinking and what he's like and doing a criminal profile on this person prior to him even being arrested. Now, they may have gotten lucky with a few of the parts of it, but they don't know what they're doing. There's no such thing, psychic behavior. There's none, and there's no evidence of that. You can't prove it to me, so I don't believe in it. So I just wanted to put this out, and I apologize if I come off as an asshole, but being an asshole for all the right reasons. Okay, I'm defending the people that need to be defended, that can't say anything right now, that can't go outside, can't watch TV, can't watch YouTube, can't be interested in anything without hearing their names and without people going over their actions with a fine-tooth comb. Just stop it. Please, stop it. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then just flick this channel off, because guess what? That's what I did to yours. That's what I did to you as soon as you started with all this shit with, oh, well, you can call me a psychic if you want, when nobody has called you a psychic. You're a dumb fuck, okay? You didn't profile anybody. You profiled everybody. So just stop it. Just stop it. And the rest of you guys, I appreciate everybody's comments, and I really enjoy doing this, and I want to continue doing this. But if it's just going to keep getting me pissed off like this, I doubt very highly that I'm going to do it for very long. So, having said that, I hope that everybody has a good day, and I will catch you next time around. My name is Pissed Off Ruckus. And thank God for today. I am 10-7. I'm hanging my attitude up for the day. The next one I do will be very calm, cool, and collective. I promise you. Thank you, everybody.